So today we'll be reacting to this clip of this good cartoon artist mocking the United Opposition. Mbona nasahau jina za watu. Hawa watu watatu, Kalonzo, Matiangi, and Gachagua. And it's a complicated one, so let's dive in.
Haya, wawili waraka tukienda, wacha kwenda hiyo. Tuingie wawili tukienda. Ingia hiyo usiingie, utakufa na vumbi kwa hiyo gari. Si unajua huyo hajatengeneza barabara ya kwake, ni vumbi tu. Kuja sister, kuja
And that's exactly what Gachagua angesema was like. Na hawa watu watatu, it's very unlikely that watawaki in 2027.
Ingia hii iko na hewa. Wewe asha wewe.
Na hii si pia inaenda 2027.
Baadhi hii yetu kama sako, lakini lazima tukae kwa meza tujue nani atakuwa driver, nani makanga, nani manager ya pesa. Unajua, sereo.
Asha nikie kwa hii kubwa basi mjipake. Kijipaka ndio tuanza safari.
Asha.
And that's exactly what will happen. I think some of the cartoonists wanakuanga like, this might be satire, but it's like 80% true. Because Gachagua anajiamini is the strongest. Like everyone knows that by now. Because people call him a tribal man, which is kind of right, because akona the biggest community in the country, like akona the biggest voting bloc. Na hiyo ndio his biggest negotiating power. Not what he'll do to the country, not what he'll do for the country, not hizo zote. Like hiyo mtu negotiate na like niko na watu wengi na wanza nifuata wote. Which watamfuata wote I really doubt, because sahi Kindiki pia kona following, but in the negotiating table that's all he has to say, not what he'll do for the country or what. So
niingie kwa kiti wewe, washa niingie kwa driver. Wewe ni makanga. Wewe kase utatuangusha. Wacha niendeshe hii. Nimengoja sana kwa hii stage.
alafu hii especially after Ruto alisema jamaa amenona, Matiangi na nguo ndogo na yeye amenona, it's just perfect caption. Because is he fat? Yeah. But is he like obese? Not really. But when Ruto make it sound like the guy is obese. No, when you understand, it was just like some good comedy. And essentially, these politicians are just like good entertainers or just good actors.
Wacha niendeshe hii. Nimengoja sana kwa hii stage. Wewe paki ukikula vumbi kwa hii paki. For you dust is constant. Si unajua hata abiria wengi hapa wametoka kwa Mrema, na mimi ndio wana trust kama driver yao. Ndio.
Ai ni kama hawa wamechanganyikiwa.
And it's true, to some degree, there are moments where you can feel that Rigiji, Matiangi, Kalonzo wamechanganyikiwa. And who will have been the best leader for their faction? I think Matiangi will make the best leader for their faction, but also Kalonzo I feel is the oldest, so he should get it based on age, which is arguably false to some degree. Then Rigiji pia I feel akona the biggest vote block, so he should be the one that should guide that bus, which is also like because half of the country go like, oh, this dude, huyu jamaa alituonyesha mambo. Because part of the reason people really hated Ruto's government was because of rhetoric za Rigiji. Back then, like, he was very, very vulgar and very, very abusive and very, very dismissive. And at times, to some degree, unza feel like, yes, he's really a really truthful man, because kuna vitu alikuwa anasema zenye haikufaa aseme, kama hizo za shares na nini. That's what has been happening in the government tangu Moi, Kibaki. Hili tumekuwa kifanyika. It's just that he's the first guy to say it out loud. So can you blame him for saying what happens in secret? Because I was exposed to it, like, inakuanga like hiyo story ya shares. Just look at who Kibaki employed, especially in the second term, even in the first term to some degree. Look at who Kibaki employed. Look at the region they are coming from. Look at the development Kibaki did, like most ziko wapi. So the shares thing has been a fact, but no one was talking about it until Rigiji akaanza kusema loud. Like everyone knew about it, but no one had the guts to say it. Hata Ruto, most of the development and most of the appointments, we can see what he's doing, but he just can't say it. We can see it. We can see it. So jamaa fight for very much time. I understand him because at least he's the first guy to admit that yes, we are doing a wrong thing and I'm proud of it. And for that, I can say that Kweli is a truthful man, disgustingly truthful.
Kisha hii gari sioni ikifika 2027 unabishana sana na hata hatujaanza safari na dereva unipatie shezi nimekupatia nikiingia.
Sasa madhe unashuka na gari imejaa ndio tulikuwa tunatoka. Ulinipatia 500 sio? Nafaa nikupatie 60. Uko na 440 hapa nikupatie 500. Hapana. Ni 100 nikupe 50. Ama nafaa nipatie. Wewe nani anapiwa kufanya hesabu?
Si umpatie ile pesa alitoa. Hata tujaanza safari kwa nini unamkata?
And is that what Rigiji will do? Most likely, Rigiji anakaa mtu mkora. Like as much as pia anajiita truthful na kwa vile anakaa mkora. And Matiangi seems to be kind of honest. To some degree, the worst mistake Ruto did to this man ni kumweka hiyo security minister. If huyu jamaa angekuwa security, angebaki to education through and through, I think the whole country would have elected this dude. No doubt, like hivyo, hakuna mtu angedoubt huyu jamaa. But since tulimweka kwa security and people saw, this motherfucker has to be criticized. This dude, appeared criticism. This dude can be a sycophant. Like, is he a good worker? Yes. Is he effective? Yes. Can he change the country? Definitely. But will he be a fucking dictator? Yes. The dictator now go for. So we're almost at a point where we have to pick our poisons, and people are very skeptical with someone who is extremely authoritative. Watu wako skeptical with someone who is extremely authoritative. Because I feel like as much as Ruto pia kwa extremely authoritative, kuna vitu ana let slide. Kama hakushika kile mtu alimuita Kasongo. But we're not sure siku Matiangi ataingia, watu wakianza kumuita in your base, will we be free after the freedom of speech?
Lazima nikate convenience. Wewe wacha wewe. Wewe usikanyake mafuta wewe.
Driver kwani uliacha kifungua kwa steering?
Kaki nimekuwa toka. Hii safari naenda peke yangu. Mimi si ngoja mtu kwa nini ngojeni twende tu mimi nimetoka.
Ona sasa imekanyagwa.
Ona imeanguka. Tunafanya nini na hii gari hata haina insurance?
Kwa nini umeacha kifungua hapo? Si ungepepa.
Hata wewe ungemstop pale wewe. Ungeacha ingie kwa mlango.
Wewe wacha. Usiniambie wewe.
And the cartoon is kind of accurate because that's what will happen in the end. You know, it will happen. Those three can't really work together till the end because of ego. Kila mtu ana feel like they deserve it more. Matiang'i ana feel like he deserves it because maybe he'll have the backing ya Uhuru. So maybe he might have the money to some degree. He might be the money guy. You know, kitu haja realize. Because of Uhuru's backing, he might be the money guy. Because if you're backed by the richest man in the country, then you might be the richest guy. Gachagua, pia, the money factor na play, but now I don't think he's as rich as Uhuru, most definitely. He's not as rich as Uhuru. So, he's only Kadni. I have the biggest voting block, and they might all vote for me. Because, you know, argument chake I made Ruto, so I can make any other person win. Then for Kalonzo kitu pekee ako nayo, I think ina make sense ni he's been the longest running politician. Hiyo pekee, because before alikuwa anakuwa nani, at least ametest power, but now even Gachagua ametest power, hata kama kumaliza term yake Gachagua has tested power. So Kalonzo is the least competition to Ruto. Matiangi is the best competition for Ruto if these two guys support him, which is also impossible. But now for 2027, it's very, very complicated because people are on the fence with very many things. and very many candidates pia wanasimama. The best option ya watu ya the Gen Z ni Maraga, inakuwa hapo, but everyone knows that Maraga, it's very complicated because some people won't vote for Maraga. In the end, we voted in tribal lines, like that's a fact. So 2027, will the country manage to evict Ruto, no matter how popular this shit is? Because if it's politics, Ruto is the most crude politician ever. The EC could discourage watu that your vote won't matter, but Ruto is a very crude politician. Alafu sahii hakuna kitu nabamba kama him wanting to go against these three dudes. If these three dudes can even support Maraga, better for the country. Like if those two dudes wanaweza weka their egos aside and support just someone who's just saying, someone who's just spotless, na ni Maraga pekee. Maraga ndo kila mtu, hakuna mtu akona bat ama hiyo, like everyone just supports Maraga. Akina Uhuru, everyone puts their money on Maraga. Then it's, but if those three wote wasimame, then Maraga tena asimame, but tena kuna Boniface, then it's a win for Ruto. But no one is talking about that part. Like, watu wanataka kutoa Ruto with those strategy. And it's a very, you may think that he's dumb, but he's a very brilliant man. He's a very tactful man. And if all those three people wasimame, Matiangi, Kalonzo, Rigathi, then it's done. The only downside ya mtu kama Maraga ni Maraga hajui kudebate. And our voter block, we just love entertainment and drama. Tunapenda hii matusi ya kina Gachagua, Matiangi na Ruto. That's what entertain us. Like we want entertainers, not leaders. So moment watu wataamua, we no longer want tribal politics. We no longer want actors. We no longer want entertainers. We no longer want comedians. Because hii Rigiji amegeuka tu comedian to some degree. Just a paid actor. Matiangi is just a paid actor. Ruto is just the best actor of all time. And the scripts they write and how they execute them is just amazing to look at. At times even disgusting to look at. Especially if you're a rational human being. Unazaona tu hii kitu ni ini script nachezewa. Because in the end they don't hate each other. In the end they're in the same circles. And what do they stand for really? So chance tuko nayo ni very, very minimal. And it's only the boring guy that can save us. But can we really see it?